Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We'll start off by, of course, giving our honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Mashanakabala, La Hazakoyim, Sha'ar, Gadar, Wakah, which is given double honor to the elder apostle, great millstone, who rule well and teach well. And just getting right into it, lesson, going into, one realm against another, which we going to start off with, Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 31. You know, it says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Right. So, but let's start up. That was verse 31. So let's start at verse 29. It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and the Lord is going to deliver, them that are upon the earth, the elect. You know, now, um, before hold on, let me get this before I lose it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. In verse 1, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, right? And, those men who stand bold, for the Lord through persecution, through tribulation, whatever the case is, um, you know, that's them. That's what's talking about standing um, bold against up against the face of such as have afflicted him, which who afflicted us, man. You know, you know, our enemy. Esau, Edom, man. The devil. Who continuously, you know what I mean, you know, keep us under oppression. Um, just like the Lord sent Moses, our forefather Moses to go and tell Pharaoh that what I mean. The Lord basically told him to let the nation of Israel go. What I mean. That's the same way this devil has afforded our affliction. You know, um, what I mean that we continue into captivity, and if Esau had it his way, he will continue to oppress us and destroy us and have no mercy on us in his captivity forever, man. But the Lord haven't allowed that to happen. We're going to receive salvation. Let's go back to this Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for, right? And they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Those chariots, man. Those chariots being amazed at the sight of what Esau calls the UFOs, the fathership, witnessing a real time fathership. You know what I mean? A real time gigantic UFO, because the chariot that um um Ezra described in his vision that he had about Yahushua coming back, it describes this. Matter of fact, let's get it. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, and verse I started at verse 3. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens, talking about Yahushua. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Right? Because the scriptures say that in the book of Revelations. I think it's chapter 1, every knee shall bow. Just off of the presence and the sight of a power that's like Yahushua, coming with thousands of angels, being austere, being massive. Well, the scriptures say, I should not meet thee as a man, but being, what I mean, you know, just just by the look of Yahweh Shah, you would know that he's not a power to be played with. You know, and that's how these people. That's what these people is gonna come to realize, man. Which these people still gonna be rebellious, man. It's a bunch of heathen and 2/3 in the midst, and that's what the Lord is coming back to destroy. But it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filled the fire. You right, them nuclear missiles and you know, them nuclear missiles. Well, also the chariot beams is going to be burning these people too. But let me go straight to the point. Okay, there we go. Verse 6. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Right, that's talking about a chariot, man. A great mountain. I'm talking about a physical mountain. Um, that he flew up upon. It's talking about his the chariots of the Lord, man. This specifically, being the fathership, man. The Lord's gonna come back in. It says he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. It says, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, right? So he said he would have seen where that big giant mountain came from. You know, it says whereout the hill was graven. Um, and I could not, right? Just describe just how big that chariot was, man. Just how enormous the chariot was. He couldn't even see behind it. You know what I mean? To see where it came from. You know. It says it says yeah, but that was a point. Let's get this in the book of Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 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 1. It says, then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. Right, a flying robe. Right, what does that sound like? Something that can fly, that looks like a roll, like a wheel. That's talking about the chariots, man. You know, it says, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. These things were big that he was talking about. And it says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Right? So he says it's a curse, man. You know, because you got to realize that curses are distributed through the power of the Lord, man. You know, what the Lord, told the nation of Israel that they would be under the curses. In the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. Um, you also got another case of the Lord talking about curses. In the same in the same book, in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7, where it talk about these curses that I put upon you shall go on your enemies. You know, but the Lord, He deals with a chain of command. You know, everything that's done is orchestrated through the powers that be, man. You know, the angels, you know, and ultimately Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, right? So let's go back to that. That was edifying. It says it says it says then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Right, and he called it a curse because the people they're gonna be plagued by them, you know. Um, the chariots are gonna strike people with lightning beams, as the scriptures go into. Um, I mean, from cherry, not lightning beams, but cherry beams. Then you're also gonna have cases where you have many cases you know uh you know where people have recorded them already, man. Especially over here in the east. You know what I mean? You know, I mean not the east but the west. This shit happens a lot. It's been happening a lot. And people are cursed by that. People are frightened by that. Just based off of not knowing what it is, man. You know, not having the knowledge of what those so-called UFOs, unidentified flying objects. But once again, we have identified them through the scripture, through these precepts, man. Through these scriptures. They are. Everything is in the scriptures, man. The scriptures say that there is no new thing under the sun. You you you've been seeing. You had on the earth many cases of these so-called UFO sightings. Before they was called UFO sightings, you've had cases where men of the Lord, for this is a case right here in the book of Zechariah 5. But you also had a case of a description of it in Ezekiel, um, Deuteronomy. I'm thinking about no, not Deuteronomy, Genesis. It wouldn't be surprised if it's in Deuteronomy as well. But you know these flying objects, man. These are the chariots of the Lord, man. It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it. Right. So, you know, you know, that's talking about just basically just the wicked. You know, and it said that they shall be cut off. What's one of the main vehicles? You know what I mean? That's going to be used to put these heathens in captivity. You know, really are those bodies, those immortal bodies, but also the chariots of the Lord, man. You know, this is technology that is out the way. Compared to you know anything that the Lord has allowed men to have on the earth. But let's get back to the scriptures. This is this book of Job, chapter 12, in verse. Oh no, it's like that's not it. This is let's go get this Wisdom of Solomon. No, I'm sorry, it's like it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse. No, Second Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 31. That's what I want. All right, it says and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Now, when you get this word realm, let's get this definition of this word realm real quick. It says realm. It says a kingdom, a field or domain of activity or interest, a primary biographical division of the earth surface. So yeah, a realm could be consist of what I mean, like it can like a realm can consist of like one part of the earth, like the west and the east. It can be what I mean, like one country and another country. Like it says a field or domain of activity or interest, right? So field or domain, that particular, and it also says a kingdom, right? So and really, you're gonna have many kingdoms against each other, man, right? But ultimately, you're gonna have the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Shah, um, you know, come against, all the rest of the kingdoms, like the scriptures say. in the second book of Second Ezra, chapter 13. It says, it says, bear with me for a second. Damn, this is a good one. This is not what I look for, but I'm gonna get it. This is book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 49. Right? It says, "Now when he destroyeth the multitude of the nations that are gathered together," right? Because once again, it's going to be one realm against another. And the Lord, the scriptures say, the Lord shall have many crowns, paraphrasing, all of the crowns. And look at that. The time is 144. Volume, it's like, but it says, Lord, yeah, the Lord is going to have many crowns, meaning the crowns of these nations. The Lord is going to take the victor. It says, now when he destroyeth the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, he shall defend his people that remain. And right, those that remain, besides, you know what I mean, those that remain, because you're going to have a specific amount of men that become mortars for this thing, but you're also going to have some that escape the troubles, and, like scriptures say, my servant shall eat, um, you got other scriptures. It's going to be a lot going on, in the time of Jacob's trouble. But, the Lord is going to defend, those that remain and deliver them in the end, and they're going to be beamed up to those that have, already had taken a victory through, becoming a martyr for the Lord, you know. But it says, and then shall he shoot them great one. Let me see. That's it on that. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord's willing, to edifying authority of shall forgive me. Spirit to listen. Next time I say shalom, wa ba ba ba. Shalom.